Okay, we're going to talk about solving multi-step equations now, and these are the kinds of things that we do in pre-calculus sometimes, and sometimes the juniors and seniors actually struggle with this a little bit. So if you pay attention and work really hard, you may be able to help them with their homework. And that would be pretty cool, because they would be like, they would want to be your friend then, and then you'd have lots more friends, right? That would be awesome. I mean, it didn't work for me, but I mean, you know, when I was in school, but maybe it would work for you, I don't know. But anyhow, I don't want to talk about my days in school. I had lots of friends. Don't tell me I didn't. I did, sometimes. Most of them were made up, but that's okay. So forget about that. Quit making me feel bad. Okay, so let's talk about combining like terms. Now, we actually combined like terms in Chapter 1 already, and that's the first step to solving this problem. So I notice here I have 5D minus 2D. And 5 minus 2, I get 3D, which is one of my favorite formats for TV also, 3D. It's pretty cool. So 3D plus 8 equals 5. And now I have a two-step problem. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides and get 3D equals negative 3. And then the opposite of multiply by 3 is to divide by 3. So I will do that. And the 3's cancel, and I get D equals 3 divided by 3, I get negative 1 here. And then you want to check your work. So 5 times negative 1 minus 2 times negative 1 plus 8 equals 5. And 5 times negative 1, I get negative 5. And then this is going to be negative 2, so I have minus a negative 2. Plus 8 equals 5. And I need to put a question mark there because I don't know if this is true yet. So then the two negatives cancel. And I get negative 5 plus 2. I get, I have different signs and I'm adding, so I find their difference. Keep the sign of the bigger one. And then plus 8 equals 5. Okay, different signs and I'm adding again, so I find their difference. Keep the sign of the bigger one. I get 5 equals 5. So that means D equals negative 1 was the correct answer. Okay, here's another problem where we combine like terms. Now, you could, if you wanted to, you could just realize that the 3 and the 5 can be combined. You can just kind of temporarily ignore the negative 2. Or if you want to, you can put the like terms next to each other. If you need to do that, go ahead and do that. It's okay. I'm going to change the color here, though. So, some people have trouble seeing red. Okay, anyhow, I have 3 plus 5 is 8. Whoop, I did it again. I have 8x minus 2 equals 22. And now I have a two-step equation. So, how do I get rid of subtract 2? You add 2. And you get 8x equals 24. And then you're going to divide both sides by 8. And you get x equals 3. And I want to check my work, so I'm going to take that x equals 3 and rewrite the original problem. And I'm just going to leave a space everywhere that I had an x. And in that space, I'm going to plug in a 3. So here and here. And then I start to use order of operations. So I want to multiply first, so I get 9 minus 2. And I'm going to multiply that, I get 15. And I put a question mark here at the equal sign because I don't know if they're equal. Some people are like, why you put that question mark? Because you like the Riddler or something? You know the Riddler from Batman? I used to read comic books. A lot of people don't know that, but I really did read comic books. But anyhow, it doesn't mean I'm a nerd. I can read comic books if I want. Why are you laughing? Okay. So anyhow, 9 minus 2. You just go left to right when you add and subtract. So 9 minus 2 is 7, plus 15 equals 22. And then I get 7 plus 15. Oh, yeah, that does equal 22. I get 22 equal 22. So that's a true statement. Yeah, I did. I had a lot of. Actually, I still have all the comic books. Some of them were worth kind of a lot of money too. So one of them's worth like almost $5 now. It's pretty good. So anyhow, you don't need to read comic books though, because you have something better to do. You can do multi-step equations now. So you're welcome.